What were the main challenges that you were facing when you started from the idea to create a company?
When you create a company, you just have, I mean, challenges are the road. And you have to expect challenges and to have the resilience that is necessary to overcome those challenges. Because one thing is for sure, things never go as you plan. And therefore the challenges were that the first technology that we used was not as robust as we hoped it would be, and we had to basically in 2006 to reinvent ourselves and to make sure that the technology that we searched and scouted for the best technology that was achieving the goals that we wanted to achieve, and not losing your investors' confidence in the process, not losing your team in the process, making sure that they remain motivated as well, because the expertise is where the team is. So those I would say are the main challenges. Also, being in Belgium, raising equity is not extremely easy, because you don't have many players that are capable of supporting projects of that magnitude. But on the other hand, we have the chance of being located in a region of Belgium that is very supportive of biotechnology, and therefore we get a lot of support from the region in terms of cash advances or grants or things of that sort.
So in a certain way, and this is something that I already several entrepreneurs or people that created their company told me, in a certain way you need to be flexible, because you have the starting idea, you imagine or you build a strategy, and you think that the steps will go in a certain direction, and then you realize that you need to evolve and to change perhaps a little bit some of the plans that you define at the starting point.
Absolutely, no, absolutely, and there are many examples of like that. And no, most of the companies I have come across, even mature companies today, have gone through that reinvention phase at one point or multiple points during their development. And I can give one example, for example, which is Volcano Corporation. Volcano Corporation is a US-based company that was founded on the premises of thermal imaging of coronary arteries and for the detection of vulnerable plaque, which means the plaques in coronary artery that can rupture and create an infarct. Now, that technology didn't work out. The company nearly went out of business, and then came across another technology that was interesting at the time, and acquired the assets of a company called Geomed, which was active in the field of intravascular ultrasound. So the company reinvented itself away from that thermal imaging initial idea, and now is listed on the Nasdaq, and one of the most successful stories in the medical device field. So that capability of being more than flexible but resilient, and being capable of reinventing yourself and persisting. Because one thing is for sure, you don't end up where you plan to end up initially, and you have to adapt.
And in a certain way, if I take back the example that you were talking, you need also to look outside sometime to see what is happening, and perhaps see if there are any opportunities that could be also interesting for your company, if I understand your point.
Continuously. I mean, the only reason why you exist as a biotech company is that your capacity to invent. And in biotech, invention doesn't very frequently occur in private settings. It always occurs, well, mostly it occurs in academic settings. So you have to develop your network, and find the right projects at the right time. There is a lot of great science, but very frequently it is not mature enough to move into a private setting. You can do, one of my mentors used to say that we can do anything, but we cannot do everything. So it is important to screen the project that you take in-house to make sure that you limit the risk for your investors as much as possible and build on the skills that you have in your company and great science that you find outside. So being able to scout is very important.